not? It's Friday, peeps. Who really cares? Everybody's home every day anyway. Hi, I'm Jennifer, your virtual bartender, coming to you from Somerville, South Carolina. This is a learning as I go kind of thing. Most of you already know if you've seen my other episodes. I'm doing this to keep myself from going bonkers. In the background, you'll hear Janet Montalbo, formerly Leto. Her music is great. Love her. She does a lot of background music with a lot of the other local original bands. Love, love, love. Funny story. I've had this book for years. I've never once looked at it until this craziness. So it's very informative. And most of you know I'm not really a big drinker, but because I have so much gin, I think I'm going to be drinking a lot of gin cocktails. So a couple of funny things I just wanted to mention to you, or interesting things. First off, the history of gin. It's been around for centuries, starting with, it says, from its most humble beginnings as a drink of the poor and destitute to its association as a drink of the privileged and royalty. Gin has an especially colorful tale to tell. I can't say it. Distillation, of which gin is just one product, is an ancient art. The first stills were filled by Arabic alchemists in the Far East as early as the 1st century, when the Roman Empire was in full swing and Christianity was in its formative years. These early scientists spent decades distilling all kinds of elixirs, gleaning knowledge from other specialists of the time, the Greeks. By the 12th century, the knowledge had been absorbed into Europe and was being used by the Benedictine monks in Salerno, Italy. At this point, spirit was being used for medical and scientific reasons to preserve the rare and precious ingredients used in medicine. These early distillations of alcoholic spirit would have tasted truly awful due to the primitive distillation process. I can't understand why I can't say that word. Process. Thanks to the monks, distillation began to spread gradually through other monasteries in Europe. The process was still crude, but over the centuries it was refined by Europe's scientific minds. By the 1600s, distillation was widely practiced, and the use of grain and grape-based spirits was commercialized into liquor, such as chartreuse, Armagnac, brandy, and gin's forerunner, Genever. Ugh, gross. So anyway, another little tidbit that I found out about gin was Navy strength. Long voyages, stormy swells, inclement weather, and the perpetual threat of enemy cannons is enough to make anyone reach for a strong drink. But it wasn't the extreme circumstances and sailors' thirst that led to such strong gin and other alcohol being taken aboard Navy ships. Most naval vessels stored their alcohol below deck in a secure part of the ship under the watchful eye of a commanding officer. These secure caches also held the ship's gunpowder. This is great. This meant that higher strength gin was required for the Navy to the gin-soaked powder, so the gin-soaked powder would still ignite in the event of spillage. It also ensured that the alcohol had a certain level of quality and had not been watered down. The use of gunpowder is one of the earliest methods of measuring the alcohol strength of liquor. A few grains of gunpowder would be mixed with the alcohol and ignited. If the liquor was above 57.15% alcohol by volume, the gunpowder would ignite and the liquor would be proven. This led to the term proof being used as a measure of strength. Crazy stuff. All right, the other crazy thing was, you know what? Because it's so late, I'll let that out. We're going to do a Singapore Sling today while listening to Janet Montalbo in the background. Great, love her, miss you. So I'm also decided that because I'm learn as you go, I'm going to list the ingredients of the cocktails, didn't think of it till today, under all the videos, in the comment section, whatever, in that little description. Okay, so today is going to be a Singapore Sling. It calls for 1 3/4 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounce of cherry brandy, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, a teaspoon of grenadine, who uses a teaspoon, and club soda, lime peel strips, and cocktail cherries to garnish. Now it asks for me to have 4 to 6 crushed ice cubes. I can't crush, I don't have the things, I don't have disposable bags food bags to crush it up, so I'm just using regular. So I'm gonna take my shaker, put the ice in there, hold that. Again, I forgot to get the glass. You know what, I'll wait. It says 1 3/4 ounces of gin. I'm gonna put 1 ounce of gin because I'm a lightweight. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my measuring. Again, this is all to your taste. Experiment, see what you like, what you don't like. Then it asks for 3/4 ounce of cherry brandy. I like sweet, I'm gonna put 1 ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it says 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. I told you guys about this stuff in a prior episode. This is really great if you're lazy and you don't want to squeeze your own lemon juice. That's good. Not so much lemon, I don't think. Then it's asking me for a teaspoon of grenadine. Now, as you all know, I like sweet, so we're just going to go 2. Count to 2. It's probably 1/2 ounce. And the recipe says, shake the crap out of it. Now is when I'm going to go get the cocktail glass. When this quarantine thing is over, I'm going to need an assistant because I am so bad with this stuff. Chilled glass. Now, I know I've told you guys about proper glassware for proper cocktails. This is considered a highball glass. I love it because I actually, if you come to my house, you ever come over for a cocktail, I have all kinds of glasses chilled in my freezer. I don't really drink, but looks like that's changing. Okay, so after we shook the crap out of this, you'll know it's cold enough when there's a frost on the outside of the shaker. Just for poops and giggles, I'm going to give it a little bit more shake. Now it says to add 1/2 glass of crushed ice. Again, I don't have the crushed ice. If you have other people, you're going to use tongs. Me, it's just me, so I'm using my hands. Okay. Here's your glass filled half with ice. Here's my shaker. Nice and frosty on the outside. Strain that over the ice. Now we're going to top it with some club soda. Remember, be careful when the club soda is warm. It could explode. And then it says to garnish with lime strip and a cherry. So, I used to be like, oh, I have to cut it in strips. I have to cut the lime and do it in strips. Potato peeler. Awesome. Just remember, wash the fruit, especially with all these crazies out there with the coronavirus. So just peel off a little bit. There you got your lime rind. I like to twist it over the cocktail. Run it around the edges of the glass. Anytime you use a twist, that's a proper. You want the oils to get on the lip of the glass. And look what I found today. Filthy cherries. These are filthy black cherries. The garnish your cocktail deserves. Forget those maraschino chemical-laden stuff. These are good. So, I'm going to take a little toothpick, because they are syrupy, and drop one of those puppies in there. Boom. Look how pretty that looks. Cover up the cherries. And now I'm going to grab a straw. Yes, Brian Calloway, I'm using a paper straw. It's made in the United States. They last for hours. Paper straws save turtles' lives. That's a private joke. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Don't forget, today's musical guest. I wish I could have a guest. Janet, can you see that? Now Montalbo, married to Tony Montalbo. Awesome. Tips are not necessary, but definitely greatly appreciated in this time of no work. You can Venmo me at JennySan629. And then also a little self-promotion. All the jewelry that I'm wearing, bracelet, except for my cross, is made by me. I have a little Etsy shop, Sunlit and Happy, on Etsy.com. I hope I entertained you for at least a little while. Happy Friday. Stay safe, everybody. Mwah. See you tomorrow.